Chief here at the Fullerton Fire Department on our A shift. So this is our headquarters station. It's the largest station we have in in all 6 stations that comprise the Fullerton Fire Department. It is 2 stories, well it's actually 3 stories with a basement. We house 1 engine company as of now comes out of this station, with the truck company that's soon to come back down here May 1st actually. That's when we'll be getting our engine 6 back up and 6 is first in. So it's exciting times here. This is one of the busiest fire engines in the entire county. So we run a lot of calls out of this station. It also houses our Engine 1 crew. The battalion chief are the ones that come out that are on the suppression side that respond to calls out of here. So people can call our front desk, and they have a big calendar with all the events, trainings, everything that we do. So it's a little bit of a process, but they're able to go and try to schedule something to do a station at any of our 6 fire stations here. Whether it's a Girl Scout troop, it could be Boy Scouts, it could be whatever organization that requests it. We'll go through the front office, we go through our ops chief, and then it can be scheduled. So this is our kitchen here. This was a long time in the making. This was just recently remodeled last year. So you can see it's all stainless steel, all heavy duty commercial, because in the very near future, there will be 13 firefighters and ambulance operators that are gonna live in this station for days at a time. So this is the kitchen. Yeah, so with our shift schedule, we work 48-hour shifts. So we'll have 2 days that we spend here as a crew. So there's always an engine company and a battalion chief here at all times. We have 1 ambulance crew, Ambulance 1, that also works 48-hour shifts. And then we have a day car, so it's 12 hours from 8 to 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. They staff Ambulance 21. So there's 2 ambulances that reside here as well. Here we have 2 offices. One will soon be the truck office, and we have the engine captain office here. This way. This is the app floor. So it has our frontline battalion chief vehicle and our reserve battalion chief vehicle. Here's where the engine will park when they're not on a call. And where this truck is, this is where the truck 1 will be presiding once it comes back from our station 6. So this is our turnout storage area. So we have 3 shifts that constantly rotate 48-hour cycles. Right, so we have our A shift, B shift, and C shift. Over here is where the captains have their turnouts and PPE, our personal protective equipment that they use. And here is the engineers and firefighters. So they used to be in locked lockers, like full wood, fully enclosed. And what we found is that in order for them to off gas, because we're exposed to a lot of carcinogens in our line of work. And so we're noticing that a lot of firefighters were dying at a young age soon after retirement. And so we're trying our best to make it so the exposure to the carcinogens are brought down, and this is part of it. They are open, can off gas into the app floor. Out here, this is our hose tower. This is where you hang the hose whenever it's tested, it's cleaned. You hang it up here to dry, and then we load it in the hose beds afterwards. So, as you can see, there's.
How high up does this go?
So this has got to be. So these sticks are 50-foot sticks of hose. And so I'd say it's 30 feet, 40 feet. We train every day. So a lot of stuff we do can be low frequency and high risk, right? So we have to always be prepared for those situations. So we have crews constantly rotating through here. So at the back here is our training tower and our phase 5 burn box. So we can light live fires into that phase 5 container right there. And we have the tower that we use to do stairwell operations. We can rappel out of the windows, off the top of the building. And our training ground is actually just on the other side of that small wall. So that has roof props, both flat commercial props and an area for us to cut to practice our ventilation practices with our truck company. So, and you'll see there's also some vehicles over here. So these vehicles are brought to us by local towing agencies, and they allow us to practice cutting cars. Whenever we have a heavy rescue operation and someone is trapped in their vehicle, we have to be prepared to do whatever is necessary to cut them out and to render medical aid. So these cars allow us to do that, to practice. So as you can see, they're already damaged, totaled vehicles. But it still gives us the ability to practice cutting the doors off, peeling the roof back, just so when the time comes, we are fully prepared. So we have the spill kit, because we have a fuel island right here. So if anything was to happen, any fuel spill, we are prepared for that as well. This is our saw shop. We repair, manage our own saws here. So this is also where we hold our fire academies. So we have a 6-week academy when we hire new personnel. And this is where it happens, where most of the training happens. There's some that are off-site, but most of it is done right here in-house. So as you can see, there's many props that are built inside here. So those are for our ambulance program. So we have all kinds of stuff like that. Is a door prop where we practice forcible entry. So we have a ladder. When it's not in use, we store stuff in here. But if we plan on using it for a burn operation or anything, everything will come out. That's what lights the fires. So whenever we have to build it using a specific type of wood that it has the least amount of carcinogens that we could possibly have. And so we use that to help ignite the fire, and then that's what starts the operation. We also house reserve apparatus here. We have our frontline engines that run the calls, but every now and again they will either break down or they might have to go in for preventative maintenance, so we have to have backups. So have been many times where we were down multiple engines, multiple truck companies that need to get either repaired, stuff. So then something like those engines over there will be put in service. It's been a big issue lately with the lead times for fire apparatus. Have been really extended, so we've been running out of engines to put people on. So on that side of the station, that is all our admin and prevention. Okay, so we have the fire chief's office, our both deputy chiefs, we have our emergency manager, our clerical personnel, our fire prevention personnel, and our training chief, our division chief of training is over there. So this is a closure day today, so there's not going to be that many people here. This is just offices. I don't know if you want to go up there, or we could go up there. I can show you the wall with all of our personnel. So these are all of our personnel currently on the floor. So first at the top, we have the fire chief, Chief Lozier. So he's in charge of this whole operation right here. We have two deputy chiefs, one of operations. This is Chief Meacham. And then Chief Fugit is the deputy chief fire marshal. We have a division chief of training, which is Chief Miller. And then we have our EMS coordinator, Rhonda, and our EMS manager, and then the emergency manager, which is Christy. So this is all our suppression personnel. So these are organized by 3 shifts. We have A shift, B shift, and C shift. So, and these are all also organized by units. So battalion chiefs, engine 1, engine 2, engine 3, engine 4, engine 5, truck 6. And this is the rest of the staff with all our prevention people, analysts, and clerical. Yes, different badges over the years. All right. Yeah, so start with this one. So these are, well, here's the rep coming in right now. So I might have to take a break for a second.
Sure. Yeah, they fully charge. They charge them back up. Okay.
All right, my name is Firefighter Keller. I'm one of the firefighters here on Engine 1. My job essentially is to respond to emergency calls, take care of the station, do whatever's asked of me, keep my skills up. We're just here to serve the community and do emergency response, essentially. Yeah, so this is Engine 1. It's a Pierce Dash. Pierce is the manufacturer, so it's one of the rigs we have here in the city. We've got a bunch of hose on it, on the front, the sides, on the end here. Yeah. So back here, we've got our attack and supply lines. So back here underneath this little flap, we've got, this is 1 3/4. It's going to be 250 feet. Take this, the last 100 feet's bundled, so you throw that on your shoulder, grab the loops, pull it out, kind of take it in the direction you want to go. and it's the longest of the 1 3/4 attack lines we have. This, it's going to connect to our hydrant, so when we get to a fire, we're going to pull this, connect it to the yellow or red hydrants you see around town. This is going to supply water. It's going to go from the hydrant over to the pump panel on this side. It supplies the water. On all of our engines, we have 500 gallons of water in reserve at all times. So if we, for whatever reason, arrive on scene and don't have a plug or a hydrant, just another name for it, we have 500 gallons, to work with. But a lot of these, we're on some of our nozzles, we're pumping 95 gallons per minute. Our new one's about 150, so you only have, a couple minutes of time to do any good work with that static tank we have, versus if you hook into a hydrant and supply the water, you're gonna be able to do more for longer, obviously, because you got a continuous water source. Here we have 2.5 inch, once again, attack. We got a big nozzle on it, so like a big garage fire or just a fire that's gonna need, it's got giving out a lot of BTUs, it's gonna have a lot of water needed in order to put that out. We'll pull that, so like let's say a garage fire's going, everything's engulfed inside, there's a car, there's just a lot of fuel load. We're going to open that up, and it's just gonna give a lot of water. It's a lot of water. 250 gallons per minute can come out of that thing, so it's giving a lot. Little attack bundles. We can pull, our 1 3/4 attached to that. A lot of the time we'll pull this one, bigger hose, bigger water, and then we'll break that off and we can attach these. So we'll go through, hard to reach places, apartment buildings, just whatever the situation dictates. Those are our little attack bundles. Moving over, same kind of deal. We've got 1 3/4 here as well with the same nozzles. Those are both 200 feet. One's adjustable and one's just like a hole. It's a smooth bore. So you open it, it's going to give the same amount of water. You can't adjust the pattern or anything. With the others, you can make it a fog or a straight. Those just come straight out, easy to deploy. We got little loops, wrap around your shoulder, and you're off to the races. Yeah, inside here, it's a little tight because we got a lot of gear to carry on a daily basis. But we've got our PPE, our personal protection equipment. Got my boots and my pants here, or turnout bunkers. Got my coat, my turnout coat, various other things I need, like a high-vis vest or a brush coat for smaller incidents. Just carry that. We're trained to put it on quick. We practice here and there, especially through probation. And you just suit up, hop in the rig, and listen to the radio. Get a picture of what you're going into, and we hop out and get to work. On the front, same kind of deal. We've got 100 feet of that same hose that I've been showing you. This is mostly just for like a car fire or anything of the sort. We can just roll out our hose, attach however much we need, and make quick work of whatever situation we're in. So that's hose. Up here.
How often do you use engine 1?
So this is our backup engine right now. Our main line is going for preventative maintenance. So it's just like your vehicles that you drive every day. You go in, check the tires, check the oil, make sure everything. Do your inspection points and make sure everything's good to go. So while we're waiting on that, we're in this guy. This one we use 24/7. So there's always someone here at the fire department, 4-person crews. We're on call for 48 hours at a time. So we have 3 shifts and they rotate through. So I'm here yesterday and today. I'll go home tomorrow, and then a new crew will come in. But even in that like transition time, we're still staffed. So this thing either if no one's calling for emergencies, it sits here. But more likely than not, people are going to be calling for emergencies. So this thing's just running, doing a lot of work all over town.